Est-ce que t'en as dans le chat, vous savez Vous savez Vous savez comment faire? Je dis ça comme ça. Hein. Non, tu connais pas, Hiro? Merde. Bon, attends, je vais sur un subreddit. Alors attendez, parce qu'à ce qui paraît, ça serait une option de stream que je peux rajouter. J'ai envie de péter un câble. Y a rien qui s'affiche sur le stream en plus. Hein. D'accord. Ok, je l'ai. Je l'ai. Donc, faut que j'aille dans... Quoi? Oh, c'est une dinguerie, ça. Comment ça se fait que ça fait ça? Ok. On va installer, configurer. Connecting to server. Faut que j'attende? Oh, j'ai fait continuer. J'ai envie de me tuer. Ça va lancer le jeu. Là, théoriquement, il y a l'overlay qui s'est activé. Attendez, parce que... Je sais pas si vous l'avez. C'est un peu chiant parce que je peux pas voir le retour en fait du fonctionnement pour voir si ça fonctionne bien ou pas. Après, peut-être faudra actualiser le... Si, il y a l'onglet qui s'est mis. Impact Disco Elysium option et boost de streamer stats.
Putain, je viens de lire. Heureusement que je suis cool.
Ok. Bon, ça devrait fonctionner. Alors, c'est un jeu qui est trop bien, vous allez voir, c'est une dinguerie. Je vais pas trop parler parce que c'est beaucoup de la narration, donc c'est comme regarder une petite série.
Bon, allez, bonne nuit, gros.
Je trouve ça un archétype. On va personnaliser notre personnage parce que le but c'est quand même de faire son propre perso. En gros, moi je vais mettre un intellect remarquable. Je vais mettre 3 en psyché. Et la force et la motricité, je vais mettre pas très développé quoi. Je vais rester... Voilà. On va rester sur ce truc-là. On va être intelligent, tu vois, assez intelligent. Avec une sensibilité émotionnelle plutôt bonne. On va être un narratif, quoi. Quelqu'un qui parle plutôt que donne des coups de poing. Et donner le roi de l'anecdote croustillante. Intellect de base plus 5. Talent clé plus 1. En fait, il y a 3 trucs qui peuvent être bien. Il y a... Il y a ça aussi, qui peut être bien, qui hérisse l'épaule de la nuque, vous ne faites qu'un avec la ville. Ça, c'est assez bien, ça fait que tu peux débloquer des infos sur ce qui se passe dans la ville et tout. En fait, tu vas avoir des impressions de déjà vu. Et après, t'as esprit de corps qui est bien aussi. Ou en gros, tu es un flic, quoi. Je pense qu'on va rester sur encyclopédie. Ça peut être bien. Ok, c'est parti. Grosse masterclass ce jeu. Un peu dommage que j'ai désactivé la musique pour le stream, mais c'est mieux. C'est au fond du miroir que vivent les furies. L'eau peut être bien claire, profonde, elle te tuera.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious from hence in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Ça va, je cache pas... Ouais, c'est bon. Alors...
Ever, never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time.
En gros, là, je vais avoir une sorte de dialogue qui va, par rapport à mes choix, développer mon personnage, en fait.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
J'aime la douleur, la mire brûlante. Je rêve d'envie de voir ce que les gens ne veulent pas me donner.
All right. Nothing down to fuck all, borough. Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat.
Les choses sont vraiment importantes hein, dans ce jeu, c'est vraiment un jeu à choix, vous allez voir, c'est une grosse dinguerie.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
D'accord, donc là en gros, encyclopédie, vu que j'ai de l'intelligence et du savoir, je sais ce que c'est qui est en train de me révéler. Le début en mode... What? Alors... Donc lui, on va jouer lui. Et on va devoir avoir des actions.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap.
Ouais, j'étais en mode, attends, si je réussis pas à le lancer...
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Ok. Donc là, j'ai... Je suis un homme... Ok. On va prendre la petite veste. Mhm.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Mhm.
The shards face outward.
Ah oui, j'ai une
Whatever
projection
is in
analytique
there
vu que j'ai
came
beaucoup
from
de...
inside.
Ok.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile.
Faut faire gaffe parce que quand vous faites des échecs, ça peut mener votre mort aussi. C'est-à-dire que le jeu, vous pouvez mourir plus tôt. D'ailleurs...
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Ok. Donc là, j'ai une nouvelle tâche, trouver la chaussure. Ok. 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 Ok, esprit de corps. J'ai même pas mon colt en fait, je suis en train de me dire. Parce que là, j'ai chopé... donc. On va sortir. Ah non, attends, parce que peut-être je vais... Je vais d'abord aller explorer ce que... On va aller prendre un petit verre d'eau.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the... Was this not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things?
Ok, difficile réussi, c'est pas ça, j'ai rien.
Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base. and steam covers the mirror. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Mhm.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Je m'en fiche royalement. Je suis quand même un. Je devrais peut-être me toucher d'abord le visage. Je pensais qu'il n'y a rien d'anormal.
Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Oh, c'est le visage d'un alcoolique en phase terminale. Je suis mort. Oh, le jeu qui s'auto-clash en mode bleu. Je vais peut-être bouger. Mettre genre là. Attendez. Ok. Hmm.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor
Je
mortis
suis une
on your
star,
face.
frérot.
Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Je sais pas si je dois continuer de grimacer parce que...
Oh my god. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
Ah, il me
What
troll
does
le
it
jeu,
even
frérot.
mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive. For now.
Ouh. J'ai envie de sauvegarder pour faire une réussite. C'est mal, je sais, mais... Attendez. J'ai envie de voir si... Je peux pas sauvegarder. Mon cul. On tente ou pas? Franchement, 60%.
It belongs in the new,
Ouf,
the
ouf, ouf,
third
ouf.
decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling for Revachol, your city. That meant only one thing. Guillaume la Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit.
Non,
Then
je l'ai
he
dans
made
noté pour
the
quoi.
expression. You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and the champagne
Oh, on a obtenu une réflexion. Guillaume Million.
Some of the stardust will return.
Tandis que vous soufflez personnellement, style démétasé de nuages poudreux de cocaïne. Moins 1 logique, la tête dans les nuages, durée de l'intériorisation. D'accord. Il me retire moins 1 de logique. Chaud de l'expérimenter en vrai. On va pas tenter de l'effacer parce que bon, 3% de réussite, ce serait débile de le tenter. On va sortir. Non mais quoi? Mhm. Ok. Comment je fais pour partir?
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring.
Ok.
It's a single key. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Ok. Donc ça c'est l'avantage de mon perso. En fait, comme il va se souvenir à chaque fois des trucs, j'aurai un avantage de... J'ai l'info en fait. Parce qu'il s'en souvient. Bon, d'ailleurs, putain, l'hôtel je l'ai défoncé. Hein. Oh. Bonjour
Hello,
madame.
officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Que vous l'avez désiré physiquement. T'as mon perso, il est en mode... À 17%, je vais juste la faire... On va éviter les trucs creepy.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Ok.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Bon, moi j'ai fait une partie où j'ai juste essayé le début et en fait je faisais tous les tests et j'ai vu que ça m'a juste baisé en fait. Donc j'ai été un peu... Ah dommage. Je viens de voler de... Je suis en train de me dire que j'ai volé, putain. Je suis un fils de pute. Je viens de voler l'argent. Tu sais, le pourboire du serveur qui est en mode Une rafale d'embrun salé vous
There they
éclabousse.
both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Ok. Mise en scène. Personne ne vous voit venir, mais vous savez épater la galerie. Motricité de base, plus 2. Pantalon pas d'elfe, moins 1. Chaussures de croco, moins 1. Ah. Total sang-froid. L'odeur de la mer vous écœure. Ok. Bon bah, on a fait notre petite quête. De l'année 51. Ah merde, ok. On va descendre. Et là, normalement, c'est là où... Ouais, lui, il va falloir lui parler. C'est notre... un peu notre Watson dans l'idée.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you.
Attends, quoi?
You are sure of this, but why?
Hello, I'm Cvstodia, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Ok.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is outback, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Hmm.
Right. And the interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Ok. Ça, c'est pas mal parce que ça,
Where it has been
ça c'est lié à
hanging
mes
for
compétences de
7
début de
days.
partie en fait. J'arrive à
We
voir
should go
certains
there
trucs.
as soon as we are done talking to the owner. can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But after you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a...
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Cvstodia is now in your party. You can talk to him.
Ok. Inspectez le corps de la victime, signalez la perte de votre insigne, interroguez le patron du café. Je vais pas lui mentir, je vais la jouer faire en vrai. Je suis complètement bourré et voilà.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard.
Je vais pas non plus le...
Approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Cvstodia from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Ok.
You have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Qui a appelé pour signaler un crime? Appelez Sylvie. Ok.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working.
C'est bien parce que j'ouvre pas ma gueule.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because
Mais il est
of the
sérieux là, il me
body
parle
I
comme
found.
une...
And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got... What?
Je suis féministe. Oui.
Is that so? Mr. Feminist?
You've gained a
Ouais.
thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
I don't know who killed him.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Attendez. Okay.
The locals, customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
Je suis à 10% de trucs.
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. What are you, crazy? Of course.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook. He's
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I hope it is.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe
Pip,
to assume
je lui dois 130
he
balles.
you owe him.
Le mec, il est là en mode. Rends l'argent.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
On va se mettre comme ça au-dessus des deux mecs.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol.
En fait, je peux juste me foutre de la gueule.
40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And what are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of
Je suis en train de me foutre de sa gueule, hein.
We use it for everything, really. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pot. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay
Oh.
because I don't have any money either.
Il paye pour moi?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Attends.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Donc là, en gros, le jeu, il est en train de me dire que je peux faire une réflexion supplémentaire pour retrouver retour solitaire à la maison. Ok. Bon. Ok. On va sortir. Je sais pas si je dois tout de suite aller voir la police. Bon, on s'en bat les couilles, on le fera plus tard. Genre que je vais aller voir la... Pourquoi j'ai un rond au-dessus de moi là?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the...
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, right the...
Attends, mais le gosse, il est défoncé?
The rake, you should throw the rake at him.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got...
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Est-ce que tu connais son identité? Est-ce que tu sais comment...
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been.
Eh, le gamin, je vais te frapper, hein.
You wanna know where Kuno was? Don't tell him that. It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Lame. That's the name of Kuno's city, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about...
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dip. Yeah, you...
Looks like you're a fagari.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. You're testing... Get lost, Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno does...
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Not a fan. It's just the nature of...
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure.
Fine. We should
Attends,
get through
ok.
this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports.
Ok. Bon, ça c'est cool.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Ok.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you...
Je vais vomir parce que ça peut m'augmenter... C'est pas négatif en fait de vomir. Si je fais un échec, ça fait que peut-être la prochaine fois que je rencontre le mec, il me...
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst. Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat
En fait, je vais
stings from
refaire
the
ce que j'ai
stomach
fait.
acid.
C'est très bien comme ça.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling rag. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Ok.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
On va aller voir la meuf qui vend de l'ammoniac. C'est pas elle qui disait?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Ok, donc elle me filme de l'ammoniac.
Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
No problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Oh, nice. Elle m'a refilé des gants. Ça, c'est pas mal par contre. Petit gant là. Par contre, le gamin il se tire ou continue à frapper le corps là?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is the ammonia only makes it worse. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Ah, même avec l'ammoniac, ça me fait encore vomir. Ok. Modificateur endurance, D2 plus 2 égale 4, va total 7. Et il fallait 14. Ah ouais.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
Ok.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes.
Compresseur volumétrique. Oh.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Comment tu fais pour débloquer les réflexions? Ok. Je sais pas si je l'arrête et je le redémarre, ça va refaire un autre truc. Je peux pas l'intérioriser.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Ok.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Kuno doesn't.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The
Attends, mais
body
je comprends
below
pas.
is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Je ne comprends pas.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. What are you?
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. Don't ask questions. Roll with it. It will work. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again.
Anti-vaussement conifié.
Kuno doesn't.
Je comprends pas. Inspectez corps. Équipez-vous de la réflexion compresseur volumétrique de merde.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die.
Yeah. What are you? Like.
Perhaps you. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Mais je comprends pas. Compresseur volumétrique de merde.
It's always Kuno, never I.
Kuno doesn't. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! Help!
Help! He's got the Kuno! Help! Help!
Escalate, Kuno! It's
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Fucking logical! Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno! No!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies.
Mais frérot, j'ai envie de lui enculer, gros.
Kuno's doing this.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change your plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Look,
For emphasis, a ghost.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that, I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dead.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
I know what you thought. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut that
Non, mais
shit down.
je ne vais pas te
You know
défoncer.
what? You
Mais
shut
par
up.
contre, si tu continues, je vais t'enculer ta mère.
Nothing. You're a joke to Kuno.
Kuno turned you into his prison.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna...
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper. You don't know where I come from.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember,
Click, 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 click.
yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about Kuno's
He's trying to hide the fact.
Kuno knows what you meant. You're
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't.
Mais en fait... Ah, tu suis à 43%.
There, he still is. Look,
Active decay.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
Non, mais...
there are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Oh!
What do you think you are? A super detective?
Oh merde!
You're hungover. These
J'ai
are
fait
the
9!
stains in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time.
Oh, vas-y!
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the
Putain,
yard.
j'ai 70%, j'ai fait un raté!
Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented eternite in the Vartna Polytechnic Institute, some
Le jeu qui est en
30
train de me raconter sa vie.
This trash can. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be a... What do you mean, feel? Mm-hmm. We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags.
He might also have information. This is better than...
Ok. Après, si ça a été fermé, j'ai envie de dire... Ouvrir la benne à ordures. On va aller l'ouvrir. Putain, je peux pas m'approcher du... En fait, je peux pas m'approcher du cadavre parce que je vais vomir en boucle. Je sais pas comment faire pour éviter de vomir.
help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash...
I thought as much. And are you the only party who's accept?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Ok.
Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist
Économiste,
and
historien
a
pragmatique.
historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Was there something you... What for? Mazov? Are you planning to...
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. Fine, okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yes, have you got it? Like what?
Ok. 93%. Bah, on va finir de la valider, comme ça va me donner le bonus pour toucher au cadavre. Sinon en fait je peux pas toucher au cadavre. Ça va, le son du jeu est assez fort ou pas? Parce que le doublage est quand même très très bon. Alors attendez.
This trash can with a well, don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one. A box falls into among the threadbare kitchen towels as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they will drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans.
Oh, c'est pas une connerie alors que j'ai fait.
Empty. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's...
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that first. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash.
The fuck's he on about, kids?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Ok.
Volumetric ship compressor.
On vient d'assimiler compresseur volumétrique de merde.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today. where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around
Tous les lancers blancs d'endurance sont déverrouillés. Endurance, le seuil d'apprentissage passe à 4. D'accord. Ok. Ah d'accord, en fait c'est un truc genre faut que je le mette quand je dois le mettre quoi. Ok.
There he still is, looking right. As you breathe in, the ode, it's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish.
Je vais juste lire, attendez le petit truc.
And blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
C'est un mec de gang en tout cas parce que il a des tatouages.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above.
C'est bizarre parce qu'il fait quand même froid, il y a de la neige. Comment c'est qu'un cadavre se décompose avec de la neige? Le froid, ça garde un cadavre. Je suis d'accord que ça se décompose dans tous les cas, mais ça garde pas plus.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's all you, baby.
Ceramic plate.
Encyclopédie. J'aime bien le doubleur. Je reconnais bien là, baby. Plaque de céramique.
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
Mhm. Okay.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
D'accord, donc faut que je pose la question au gamin.
For a full set, about 4 years of wait.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes. I have no idea what that means. That's for us to find out.
Okay.
Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Ok. On peut retirer les bottes. Je sais pas si je vole les bottes.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Ok, c'est intéressant. Passez votre doigt sur les streets. Oh, on a fait un test de vue.
E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Pourquoi montons un peu? Je peux mentir?
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull it.
Brutal! What's wrong with you?
I don't know, baby.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Et je
His
voulais...
torso covered in tattoos and extremity. An
Attendez,
intricate
on
web of
va
blue
regarder les
stretches
tatouages.
across the His corpse is marked by stars,
Ok.
alcohol, and heartbreak.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular.
Ok. C'est intéressant. D'ailleurs, attendez, parce que morale plus 1 charge... Quoi? Morale à récupérer.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you.
J'avais perdu du
The
moral.
thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
Pareil pour moi. Descend à fermeture claire de son blouson
He
avant.
takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of
Ah,
a
c'est vraiment super beau.
glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him.
Demandez aux gens la possible signification des tatouages.
Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
D'accord. Je vais lui demander le cliché.
Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Attends, dans l'inventaire pour avoir plus sur son sujet, ok.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular.
Ouais, donc c'est un truc de cargo, donc ça fait référence au port.
Six-rotor airships.
Ok. Donc on reste sur le truc des ports, sur le fait qu'effectivement ça soit lié. Le transport aérien, je croyais que un camion, machin.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers
Ouf.
around.
Ça c'est pas mal, c'est que comme je suis intelligent, je gagne pas mal d'XP sur ma réflexion à chaque fois.
Not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't
Ouais.
see me splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be.
Ok.
The shape of the branch supports the theory.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Ok.
His
On va la regarder dans
eyes
les
are
yeux.
milky white and blind to the world. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has
J'ai bien envie de le
passed.
tenter.
What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Ouh. Oh yeah.
Into the wild pale yonder, in the past, way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me.
Ok.
A killer. A motherfucker. Go ahead. Cop, what do you mean? It's the power of your imagine. Go ahead. Ask me because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Le sentiment.
You can be anything you want, brother Corpo, because you have. Do I remind you of
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
You sure wriggled out of that one, Coppellini. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and
Okay.
my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Attendez, je devrais.
Delicate. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly.
Indeed.
Oh, it's clearly.
Ceramic plate under the heel. Fair.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The step.
Stop, pigs! Even the mongrels can.
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I say.
Indeed.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Try what exactly?
If you can't experiment, how will you learn?
I see what you. There's no way you're getting them out.
There might still be a way to peel them off. But first, the anticipation makes you.
Ah oui, non, mais attends, moi je les vode, hein.
Feels
Moyen de
nice,
retirer, mais il faudrait déjà
nice
décrocher le
and
corps.
cracky.
Très bonne idée.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists. As you narrow your... This is a trick. You've done
Attendez,
it
je vais
before.
observer.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin.
The monster comes...
So, what do you think?
Je pense qu'il est mort, je pense qu'il a été en position verticale après ça. Hmm.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking and...
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up.
A pool of blood and feces.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of...
The fuck is...
Talking about shit.
Ok.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I agree.
His personality is no...
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the...
Of course. Come back later, cop.
He doesn't actually think
Ok.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters.
On a eu interrogé Kim à propos de l'affaire, récupérer les bottes du pendu.
And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Ah oui, mais là, il faudrait choisir. Donc en fait, soit je... Ta mère. Ah, ça fait un moment qu'on stream, hein. Il est 23h30.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pigs!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Moi, je suis chaud de tirer pour l'instant parce que ça désintégrer la branche.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there...
Yeah, now...
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take...
Silence. With and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's stess position. taking aim. The corner. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the.
God damn it.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno said he.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like.
They only have one gun.
Oops.
Putain, mais il me saoule.
This is the sorriest pair of.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? Extremely unfortunate. You need to contact your
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Mhm.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprised.
The fuck are you waiting for, Coop?
The buckle comes into.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves. The slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your
Oh,
shot is directed
nice.
sink.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Oh no.
A plume of smoke you missed the belt.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
Oh non.
It feels dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend your face. The lieutenant.
You malolda. The
The lieutenant gently picks his gun from your hand and holsters it.
We still need to get him the bad way. The way I didn't want us to. From the gate.
To the gates. Let's negotiate.
J'ai misclick, je voulais pas cliquer sur le fait de pleurer. Je suis dégoûté. Point de talent. Ouh, ça c'est intéressant. Hmm. Vous allez aiguiser l'instant et rêver tout éveillé. J'aimerais bien améliorer ça. Ça peut être très fort. Ça, c'est amélioré à fond. Et ça aussi, hein. Parce qu'en gros... Ouais, vous avez... ouais, ça peut être pas mal, ça. Je pense que je vais faire ça, ça, et après peut-être monter... il y a l'empathie, suggestion, claroscure, frisson... Volonté, ça peut être cool aussi, hein. Tenez le cap et gardez le moral. Mhm. Ouais, hein, j'essaie de... Attendez, faut réfléchir bien. Est-ce que je monte encyclopédie à fond? Mhm. Coordination, activité, mise en scène. C'était où la compétence pour la police? C'était ça, hein. Je pense que je vais faire ça. Ok. Au niveau de ma psyché, j'ai des trucs que je peux changer, genre... Ok. Par contre, mon moral a pris cher, hein. Faut que je fasse gaffe parce que j'ai pris vachement cher au niveau du moral. Hmm.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number. Vapor This must be the infernal machine that...
Par contre, je sais pas du tout où aller en fait, parce que je me dis, c'est où le port? Attends. Mademoiselle, toi t'avais des informations?
What do you want to know? 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about the security. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using... There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers, that's us. The
RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting... There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in... Excellent. Was there anything else?
Okay.
You mean like a brief? There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get 3 days during that time, the victim had been stripped. A security guard. They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against involving the arse. That's right. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our prisons can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial.
Ok. Bon là, on s'en fout un
sort of.
peu.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of compassion. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are 2 columns. One says, cases. The rows are endless. Jean Vicmer, Judith Min, your brothers have left you.
Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Well, technically.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
No. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Ok.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Ouais, mais on va niquer ça. Pourquoi le post 41 m'a envoyé logique terrifiant?
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the that's a fair point. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical...
Seo is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolary state, west.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak
a point of pride to him.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skill. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. But this isn't an old school case.
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think...
The lieutenant produced... We all have our different mediums.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to know? Good.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation.
Oula, oula, oula.
Right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end.
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up. The detectives...
Ah, quand j'ai vu que j'ai baisé ma morale, j'ai su que j'avais perdu. J'ai perdu. Rip mon cul. Je vais montrer juste un truc. Alors attendez, est-ce que mon fond vert va disparaître? Voilà. Donc là, on a le nouveau micro, le Shurembe qui est là. Donc là, je sais pas si vous le voyez. Attendez. Le gros micro. Ah, mon doigt, salope. Et donc voilà. Et en gros, pour ceux qui se demandent, je viens de recevoir ça aussi. On en parlera en live de Nemesis. Demain, je fais mon réglage son. Là, ce soir, ça va être la dernière fois que j'utilise ce micro-là. Donc des bisous à tous et à demain pour potentiellement un nouveau setup audio. J'ai perdu, j'essaierai de relancer une game avec le même build. Je suis dégoûté d'avoir perdu. Ah, je me suis niqué le doigt. Ok. Je me relancerai une game jusqu'à peu près le corps. Et avec les mêmes stats et on retentera. Pour voir ce que ça donne. Ok? On fait ça. Des bisous. Et à la prochaine.